In this Starship update, Ship 20 completes its 6-engine static fire, Booster 5 completes stacking, and the wide bay continues to make quick progress. Hey everyone, this is Ian Atkinson with NASA Spaceflight, here to give you an update on SpaceX's Boca Chica facilities as of late November 2021. All of the following photos and videos were captured by NASA Spaceflight team members Mary and Nick Sweeney, as well as our team of robotic cameras. Ship 20 has finally completed the big test we've all been looking forward to, the 6-engine static fire. Previously, in October, Ship 20 performed 2 static fires while equipped with only 2 Raptor engines, 1 sea level and 1 vacuum. These tests appeared to be a success. But for the past few weeks, SpaceX has been preparing the vehicle for a 6-engine static fire, which had never been performed on a Starship before. During that time, all 6 Raptor engines, including 3 sea level and 3 vacuum, were installed onto the ship. Just prior to the static fire, a pre-burner test was performed. For this, the pre-burners on all 6 engines were ignited briefly. The pre-burners are 2 smaller combustion chambers inside the Raptor engine, which drive the fuel and oxidizer pumps. The exhaust from these is then fed into the main combustion chamber. This quick test produced a large cloud of fire from the unburned methane coming out of the engines. We have seen similar outbursts before, but this was much larger due to all 6 engines contributing. Finally, Ship 20 roared to life at full power just a short time later as all 6 Raptor engines ignited. Elon later confirmed on Twitter that the test was a success. Ship 20's heat shield did lose some tiles during the October firings and the 6-engine firing. This is not too surprising, given that Ship 20 is the first Starship to sport a full heat shield and that the program is still deep in the development phase. Ship 20 also performed another, smaller test. Its flaps were extended and moved around to verify that the motors work properly. Starship's flaps are driven by the same electric motors and batteries found in some Tesla vehicles. It's unclear what the next step for Ship 20 will be. It has completed the traditional Starship pre-launch test campaign, so the next test may be final integration onto Booster 4. Ship 20 and Booster 4 will fly for the first orbital flight test of Starship. Elon confirmed on November 17th during a Q&A session that the flight is expected to occur no earlier than January of 2022. This timing, however, is dependent on when the FAA completes its environmental assessment of SpaceX's plans for Boca Chica. Completion of this assessment is expected by the end of this year. SpaceX is continuing pre-flight work on Booster 4. Crews continue to install aerodynamic covers over parts of the vehicle to prepare it for flight. On November 16th, Elon shared a picture underneath Booster 4, showing all 29 of its Raptor engines installed. You can see the protective panels installed around the outer Raptor boost engines to protect them during atmospheric re-entry. Similar panels are expected to be installed for the center engines as well. Work has been slow and steady on the vehicle, and further progress is likely waiting on the completion of the orbital launch pad. Once the pad is completed, which may happen quite soon, Booster 4 will be moved onto the launch mount to begin its own pre-flight test campaign. Speaking of the orbital launch site, work has been progressing at a quick pace. Workers are finishing up the plumbing on the launch mount, and the final cryogenic pipes are being installed onto the tower and quick disconnect arm. Venting was observed from the mount on November 21st, as proofing tests of the newly installed plumbing begin. Crews are also working on the chopsticks, 2 lifting arms which will be needed to lift Booster 4 onto the launch mount. In the future, they will also be used to catch Super Heavy boosters as they return to the launch site, eliminating the need for landing legs on the boosters. 2 test tanks, B2.1 and GSE-4, were moved to the launch site just after Ship 20's 6-engine firing. It's unknown exactly what they will be used for, but they will likely go through some sort of structural or pressure testing. B-2.1 is a new test tank built with a mix of booster and ship parts. It was attached to a stand with hydraulic rams attached, so it may be intended for stress testing the engine mounts. GSE-4 was previously used to validate the design of SpaceX's custom-built ground support equipment tanks, but it's not clear why they need it again. Hopefully, we will learn soon. At the production site, SpaceX is continuing structural work on the wide bay. This new building will be used to assemble future ships and boosters inside its large footprint. Currently, the first level of the building is nearing structural completion, and work on the second level may start soon. Inside the high bay, Booster 5 stacking has been completed. The methane tank section was stacked on November 19th, concluding major assembly on the vehicle. Booster 5 will likely fly with Ship 21 as part of the second orbital flight test. Inside the mid-bay, the tank section of Ship 21 has finished stacking as well. Currently, it is waiting on its flaps to be installed. The ship's nose cone is progressing as well. Installation of its heat shield tiles is nearing completion, and they already look cleaner than those on Ship 20. Parts have been spotted for future boosters and ships as well. Booster 6's forward dome was sleeved on November 11th. This section will double as the top of the methane tank, as well as hold the ship onto the booster. The booster's aft dome section was mysteriously moved to the propellant production site on November 13th. It's not yet clear why this was done. Parts for Booster 7 have been spotted around the site as well. Ship 22's common dome section was seen peeking out from one of the production tents. It already features hundreds of tiles, meaning that the section is mostly completed. And finally, another neat event was spotted in Boca Chica. However, this had nothing to do with Starship. On November 12th, one of NASA spaceflight's robotic cameras captured the Crew Dragon Endeavour as it re-entered Earth's atmosphere. On board were 4 astronauts who had just departed the International Space Station. Endeavour splashed down just off the coast of Florida minutes later, safely bringing home its crew. Hopefully Ship 20 paid attention, as it too will have to face atmospheric re-entry in only a few months. And that's it for this video. If you'd like to support the channel, feel free to subscribe and consider becoming a channel member. We have several cool perks available for our channel members, including access to our Discord server and preview clips of the exciting activities at Boca Chica. Thanks for watching, and have a great week.